What's up, fellow gamers? It's finally my room tour. I'm going to show you guys a once around and then we're going to get gaming. So let's get started. Alright, so starting off, we got over here, I just found this at Goodwill yesterday actually. It's a little gaming stand. I got both my PS2s on there right now. I guess if you put them together, that's going to be my only PS4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Well, that was a horrible joke, but you get the point. And got some controllers up there. That's my favorite Xbox One controller right there. That's the Advanced Warfare controller. A couple others behind it. This TV I actually traded to my mother-in-law. She wanted a 32-inch, which I had in here before, and she says, "Will you take a bigger TV?" I'm like, yes. And so she wanted a smaller one for her bedroom, so I got this bad boy. Got my Xbox One hooked up to it right now. Got the Connect soundbar, my Blue Ice over there. Come down here, we have my Xbox 360, which I just got back. It's the E-Series. I'm so excited because Xbox 360 is probably one of my favorite newer consoles ever. I put more gaming time on that console than probably any other. Xbox One, original Xbox. This is I have the cover on it right now, but that's the Zelda Edition Wii U gamepad with the console, even though the console doesn't show any significant signs of being a Zelda Edition. You got my Metropolis phone down here, because I'm a huge Superman fan, if you guys have ever watched any of my videos before. And there's my Wii U with the Pro remote. Coming over here, we have my Gamecube. This is my silver Gamecube, which I've complete. The box is over on the other side of the room. And my two Wavebirds, which I actually found for $1.99 with both sensors in a bag at Goodwill. Unbelievable deal. By far my favorite controllers of all time, no doubt about it. Then we come up here to my Jungle Green N64. This is the first console, well, outside of my 360, this is the first console that I bought once I started collecting. One of the only items I've actually purchased off eBay. Got this with GoldenEye. Super huge fan of GoldenEye. Most people are. Most retro gamers are. Anybody that grew up on the N64. That's what got me started back in collecting that console plus GoldenEye. Got the Wii. I've had quite a few different Wiis. This is my favorite, and the reason why this version is my favorite is because of the GameCube ports on top. I love being able to use GameCube controllers on Wii games. It makes it such a better experience. Got my top loader, my most used NES up here. And got my Super Nintendo Slim over here. That's my most used Super Nintendo. Just a couple, got the NES satellite in the back. A couple collectibles, got some energy drinks, some power-ups. Come up here, Mortal Kombat Play and Go, or Plug and Play. I actually do use that from time to time. It's just more convenient for me. You just plug it in and start playing some Mortal Kombat, especially when my friends are over here. We take bets on who can beat, you know, a certain match the fastest, and who can do certain moves, and can you remember how to do this, and can you remember how to do that. Over here, these are the only sealed games I have. So everything you see here is factory sealed, never been opened. The only one there's some GameCube promo disc in there. The only one that I'm actually probably going to open is Sunset Overdrive and The Legend of Zelda, unless I can find that used somewhere. But those two I really am dying to play, so I'll probably open those, but I'm keeping them over there for now. Here's part of my Superman collection going on over here. Some Smallville's all-time favorite TV show. My wife and I just love that show. Got the collector's edition of the Superman series on the movies. Donkey Kong Kongas. Don't have the game. The only one I found in town is selling for $15, and I'm not willing to pay that much for a $4 game. And then we got some posters over here. I have vintage. This is a vintage Jurassic Park poster. As you saw in one of my videos, I actually picked up an entire box of vintage Jurassic Park posters for $5, including the box. As we come down here, it's getting a little dark down here, but you got the Xbox One box, PS1 complete in box. That one's actually not being used right now. It's complete in there. High School Musical. That I just found for a couple bucks, complete in box. I was like, I'll take it up. Retron 5 box and the Advanced Warfare box. Coming down here, just some magazines. Love Nintendo Power magazines. As you can see, I don't have a lot of them, but I have some vintage ones, some of the first ones. So some of those are actually very valuable. The official Nintendo Player's Guide, my Modern Warfare 3 Collector's Edition. Just, I don't know if you can see back there, but nothing back there is that important. Coming up here, some of my Xbox 360 games, Xbox One games. This is all I have for now for 360 games and Xbox games. Coming over here, original Xbox games. As you can see, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to taking off Goodwill stickers. I more care about when they're being written on. I'll get that off right away. But I might get the stickers off. This one's actually Justice League, and I need to get that case for it complete. This one I also need the manual and the case for. Leisure Suit Larry. Coming up here to PS2 games. Got a bunch of promo discs down in here. Actually, some of those are sealed. I should put those over with my sealed games, but those will probably never be open. There's a couple cool ones there, but for the most part, I have the actual game itself. So, like I said, I don't have a crap ton of games, but I'm working on it. Here's PS1 games, a PS3 game, which I don't actually have my PS3 anymore. So, but I'm starting to collect the games again. Some of my other collectibles, some of my greatest hits ones down here. Coming up to the top, I do have some Odyssey stuff. I got this Odyssey game and Casino Slot. Got my Game Gear complete in box. Call of Duty Ghost. This is actually sealed over here. Some of my Game Gear games, all my Sega games. As you can see, my collection is literally probably a third of what it was before. During the move I had to sell a bunch of stuff off, but I'm starting to get it back. Now this guy, everybody thinks it's Hellraiser, but it's not. I don't know who this guy is, but he was at Goodwill for $1.99. I thought he was pretty sweet looking, so I went and picked him up. Oh, come over to the shelf. Got my Superman huge action figure up here. He's about 2 feet tall. We got the Game Shark, N64 controller in the case, Superman for Sega Genesis, Mario Kart. These are where I keep all my my special games. Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2, Bad Fur Day, Zelda DX, Super Metroid, Majora's Mask, the Collector's Edition, Paper Mario. There's the Super Scope up there with the very first level of Super Mario Brothers ever. I got that framed and put up on my wall. That's where it all started, guys. That's where I originally played my first game with Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers 3. This is the rare one. This is the dual pack right there. As you can see, I got my arcade blocks here. I got a Wii Mini. This one's never been opened. I bought it for the game, decided never to open it. So I'm just letting that one sit there as a display piece. Got my Batman up here. Some cameras. Down here, let's move this light. Down here, got the Game Boy. A bunch of Super Nintendo games. Adventure Island 2, one of my all-time favorite games. Turtles in Time, probably my favorite Super Nintendo game. It probably ranks up there with Earthbound, and there's a couple others, but it's probably the one that I play the most. Zelda Edition from the $100 Craigslist deal, complete in box. Then we come over here, got the Virtual Boy with 3D Tetris. This one I just picked up yesterday, Tengen Tetris. That's like over a $60 game, dude. That was a huge score for me. That was in a huge lot that I got. A couple SPs with Pokemons. The Final Fantasy 1 and 2 right there. Coming over here, another Zelda Super Nintendo game with my little NES Zelda set. An NES complete in box. Got my Game Boy printer over here. Don't have the cords for it, so that's something I'm looking to get, is the cords to complete that. Maybe the box. Got some Lion King in the system right now. This is my Zelda mouse pad, which I actually got from an arcade block. This is my laptop. This is where I do all my editing and everything I do on the computer. Back here, this is all the ambios I got. Just picked up Sonic, Mega Man, and Luigi the other day. Coming over here, we got Tournament Fighters. That's Michelangelo, never been opened, complete sealed. These are games that I got yesterday. Some of the games left over that I just haven't put away yet. Some of them have been put away. This game right here, I'm in the process of trying to trade with Papa Yoshi for a Hyperstone Heist for Sega Genesis. So we'll see if that goes through or not. We'll see if he's interested. Coming up, we'll start down here. This case is not being used right now. This is where I used to store my PS1 games. It's currently not being used. It will be once I get an overflow. Got the Wii steering wheel, complete in box. That's actually the gun with Link's crossbow. There's the box for the silver GameCube. Bunch of manuals just left over that I don't have the boxes for. A ton of them for NES, Super Nintendo, N64, and a couple others, GameCube. Some Wii U items. Down in here is just a bunch of Game Boy Advance games and Game Boy games. Because those are hard to display. I don't have any kind of display device. Here's my Mario Party 10, which I just picked up. Excellent game. The only thing I don't like about it is the fact that you have to use the actual Wii motes to play it, unless you're playing Bowser mode, and then you can use the gamepad, but you're pretty much playing against everybody you want to play with. These are all my complete in box games. Don't have a ton right now. There's a couple more over here. Got the Game Genie for the Super Nintendo. Got some N64 games over there. All my greatest ones are sitting up on my shelf. Some Wii U games, some Wii games. Here's some GameCube games. Got some more up here. Super Mario Sunshine. I think it's, where is it at? Over here. Super Monkey Ball 2, all-time favorite GameCube game. I don't care what anybody says. That game I've had more time on than any other one. Got Metroid. Now with these Metroids, one of them actually is just regular Metroid. And this one actually is the one with the bonus disc for Echoes. So we do have two different games there. Coming over here, this is when I used to collect N64 games. These are the ones that I always devoted never to give away, period, because that's the ones I would always keep. So I got them complete with manual in the aftermarket case. These are all my games. I'm not going to pull them all out. There's quite a few good games in there. I might pull them out at another episode. Here's some of my Super Nintendo games. Up here, we got the Super Game Boy. Pretty much one of the only ways I play Game Boy games is because I'm not a huge handheld guy. Got some more Super Nintendo games up here. Then we go on to NES games. Adventure Island. Contra. Simon's Quest, which is... Contra is probably one of my most played NES games. Manic Mansion. Super Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. That's a great game. I've beat it twice before. I have beat it twice. Now the reason I have two Super Mario Brothers here is one's a 3-screw, one's a 5-screw. Same goes with the Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt up here. One's a 5-screw, one's a 3-screw. Coming over here, Turtles. This is the one game that I had for the longest time when I was younger for my Nintendo system. So that's the one I probably played more than any other game for the NES growing up. Metroid, Super Mario Bros. 2, Instant Classic. Killer Instinct up here, and a couple other ones. These are just the cases that I got some of the games in. Coming up here, we have this little Bowser figurine. I don't know what it shoots out. It looks like tennis balls or something. Got my Superman Collector's Edition back there. Campbell's Can of Soup. Then we have the Zoomer for the NES. And Warthog for Halo. That's actually working and controlled. Got my Halo poster over here. Then we got Game Boy case. We actually have two Game Boy cases. One's right here. I'm not going to take it out though. And then these are some of the extra systems I have. I had some more, but I just gave them away in a giveaway on my Facebook page. This prize has still not been claimed yet, so Carrie Hill, you need to claim this prize. It's these three games right here. If she does not claim them, I will give them away to somebody else. Coming down here, this is where I keep some of my extra stuff. I'm going to get a better light here real quick. This is my Atari 7800, which I actually currently have no games for. I've been looking for quite a few of them. We have the Acclaim wireless controllers for the NES over there. Coming down here, that's all my N64 controllers and a couple Sega controllers. And down here we have my huge stash of NES controllers and Super NES controllers and a couple more Sega Genesis controllers. Coming over here, we have my Jurassic Park poster set that I got for $5. And as you can see, it's pretty decently full of posters, unopened. That's my protector. That's the room protector right there. And we come over here. Have some more collector's items: Call of Duty, Mega Bloks, Saved by the Bell, the board game, Pokemon Monopoly, and my Battlefield Hardline display, which you guys saw in my GameStop dumpster dive. Second chair. My wife always complains. She's like, why don't you have somewhere where I can sit in the room? So I'm like, all right, babe, I'll go ahead and get you a chair. So I got her a chair. Now the disaster area. This is where I keep all my packing supplies, because I do sell quite a bunch of stuff on eBay to make money to fund my collection. Underneath is where I keep all my extra cords, controllers, wires, whatever, in case I find a system that doesn't have that stuff. My little book collection. Yeah, I know. We all cheat from time to time. Little box of stuff that needs to be posted on eBay. My junk box up there. Coming up here, we have some projectors. It's going to be dark in here. I'm going to open the other side, see if I can get some better light. Keep up here. We got a little TV with a VCR attachment. It's portable. That was a Goodwill find, and it works great. I like me some old VHS tapes. Got some box stuff here. Just some stuff that doesn't fit in my collection right now. A couple DVDs. This is all stuff that either needs to be put on eBay or is already on eBay. Got the PS1 there. That one I actually use as of right now as my primary PS1. Coming down here, we have VHS tapes in the back there. I don't know if you can see them or not. And then we have the steering wheel, which works on PS2, Xbox, and Gamecube. And then as we come over here, in the corner of my room, we have NES games, Super Nintendo games, and a couple other cased games. These are all for trade. These are all ones that I have doubles of, and then I'm willing to trade. I did forget to show you guys one thing. My little display piece of N64 games. Let's show it to you. I got some more N64 games just sitting up there displayed. So I thought that was a cool way of displaying some N64 games, and I try to keep my room as clean as possible. I still have to put stuff in alphabetical order, and I need to get a list. If you guys have any sites, I know CJR actually posted he keeps his collection on a certain site, and I can't remember what it was, and I was going back and trying to search for it. Couldn't figure it out, couldn't find out what site it was to keep track of your whole collection, because while my collection's still somewhat small, I would like to start writing it down so when I'm out in the wild I can just look it up on my phone and boom, I have my whole collection there, so I know I'm not buying doubles of stuff that I don't need or want. So guys, that was my game room tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe if you guys want to see more, or if you guys have something you want to see from me, let me know. So comment down below. Keep retro gaming alive, people. Peace.